What is going on, you stark raving lunatics? Look, we're going to talk about the price action. We're going to talk about what happened yesterday because price action everywhere just absolutely bombed. And it's to the benefit of crypto that it actually happened. Now, if I just said that and your response in your brain was, what do you mean, bro? It's got to always go up. Then you don't understand either investment or crypto, and you are not going to make it. So let me break down why this was a good thing. And if you already know that it's a good thing, you already know that this is part of the liquidity rotation, then hit the like button on your way in. If you don't, then stick around for a few minutes. Let me explain it to you, and then hit the like button, and then punch yourself in the face because you didn't understand it to begin with, and you're invested in crypto. Come on, what is happening here for real? Hit that like button on the way in, or you might get finger cancer. You never know. It's always safe. Let's go. Before we get started, don't forget to go to Play to Earn and vote for Air Force Lunc for the action video game of the year. And one more thing, we do have a new Christmas project that's on the blockchain. It's called Klaus, K-L-A-U-S, Terra Classic. The first Christmas meme coin inspired by Santa Claus. And guys, Santa Claus cryptos tend to do a lot of pumping around the holidays. So this would be a good one for you to get in on and take a shot. You never know what's going to happen, but this is an opportunity, and there is a Telegram link. So it's called @Santa-Claus with a K Lunc. And if you are interested, certainly go check that out. Buy yourself a little bag. It's been stair-stepping its way up, doing a pretty decent job so far since launch. Only been launched for a couple of days. Now, with that said, 100% is how much the gain was in the last 24 hours while the rest of the market was dumping. So let's talk about why the market was dumping. All right, so this is what the chart looks like. Now, this was the trend line that we were on. Is it sustainable for all time? No, of course. What was the catalyst here? Well, if you remember me pausing when I was looking at this chart 2 days ago, the reason that I was pausing when I was looking at this chart 2 days ago is because the 50 MA was moving up into this range. So it makes sense that you're probably going to bounce off of the 50 MA for a retest. That's and look, when you're running super hot and you've got this massive pump going, and look, it looks like this right here. What you're looking for is a retracement after your impulse move back into either this golden zone, or for a more for a bigger bounce, or for a more opportune bounce, you catch that 786 all the way down here. So this thing comes down into this range, and hindsight's always 20/20. Looks like that's what's going to happen. Well, let's break this off for just a moment and go look at the total market cap of cryptocurrency. And you see, like, as you run around here and look at you don't see very many candles of this magnitude in a single day. You've seen one over here, it's two actually. So this was just one of the biggest record sell-offs in the history of cryptocurrency yesterday. 1.5 billion in futures got liquidated, and that's adding new capital into the market. Now, the fortunate / unfortunate part of that is, number one, liquidity was drying up in the market. And when liquidity dries up in the market, it has to go in a different direction. That's how derivatives trade works. So now, when you're long on something, then you have to fill your order. When you fill your order, it adds liquidity into the market. Either your money gets taken from you and put back into the community pool and you lose it, or in reverse order. It works the same way on both, right? You gotta buy to fill the order, or you gotta sell and it gets transferred to everybody else on price go down to whatever. So that's what happened. And when we look at longer terms here, there was a lot of liquidity sitting around these ranges. So we got a mass liquidation event. Now, in order for that to happen, what happened here is it adds more money into the market long term. So what's going to happen now is, I think tonight, the epic pump is going to return. Now, it might happen today. We might see the continuation over the next 24 to 48 hours. Let me point out what happened in the total crypto market cap just a couple days ago. We had a liquidation event right there, and then what happened? Another new high. We had a mass liquidation event here, another new high. We had a mass liquidation event, took 6 days right here, another new high. So we're on the right track. This is exactly what we needed in order to attack that new high and get up to this $4 trillion market cap. Now, what does that look like for Luna Classic? Well, I mean, it's pretty simple. You come back out here, you zoom out, and you look at what is the next move. Well, the next move is going to be one of two things. And it won't take very long, by the way. If you can see here that about half of that got bought up almost immediately. So what I would anticipate is a move back into this range real quickly, and then a play right here, and then another play right here. That would be the next move in this market for the next couple of days. And then if we get some positive momentum, and I'll show you why we might, then right into this golden zone. That golden zone should not be trifled with. Just understand that that is an important zone psychologically for the recovery, and then that one comes up next, and that's going to be near the all-time high. So we're in the midst of the waiting game that's going to take us into the next big impulse move. So that is what's going on. Now, that might not happen until January, but also, just to be clear, in 2020, between December, I want to say it was December 12th and December 23rd, crypto increased 100% in market cap. That meant that a lot of different cryptos went absolutely crazy. Now, mostly the things that went crazy was just Bitcoin. However, we're in a different market, and we could see altcoins continue to rip. So that's what's going on. That's what happened. There's no shock and awe, crazy, oh no, what's happening. It's just a liquidity rotation. In order to get the altcoins pumping, you have to have a date. Now, to reinforce my opinion real quick, just so you understand what's going on. Bitcoin is at almost 2 trillion market cap. Tether is at 138 billion. So let me hit the market cap on this and just show you in the last month how much money is coming into crypto right now as the markets continue to pump. Look at this. The market cap of just Tether alone has gone from 122 billion all the way up to 138 billion. Billions of dollars are pouring into this market. They're just not activated at this point. Now, what does that mean more broadly? Well, if you come back over here and you really just consider for a moment the amount of liquidity, what you have in Terra Luna Classic, probably about 80 million, 90 million in liquidity that's available. Well, what happens if, half a billion dollars out, again, 138 billion. What happens if $500 million gets entered into the liquidity pool for Terra Luna Classic over the next couple of months? Just a little piece of what that is. Well, that's going to be a 10x from where we are, a 15x from where we are. So that's what I want to stress here. The money is sitting in the market right now. It's almost time for some big moves to start happening. Now, speaking of big moves starting to happen, we're at 57% to 155 million in volume. However, we should, of course, acknowledge that was downward momentum with a massive amount of sell-off happening. Everybody got spooked yesterday is what happened, because there's a lot of what you call dum-dums that fall for this. The good folks at Cryptonomy.finance are handing me incredible rewards. Let me show you what I'm about to earn. I put in 25 Solana. I'm about to earn 24 Solana on December 26th, the day after Christmas. Merry Christmas to me. Folks, it gets even better. On February 10th of 2025, I'm going to earn 0.17 Bitcoin, currently valued a little bit over $11,000. Folks, I gave them Tether. I gave them 1,670. I'm going to get 1,336 as my reward. All you have to do is sign up at Cryptonomy.finance and listen. The important piece is the launch pool. If you set up a staking contract with this launch pool, you're going to get rewarded based on a 9x from Shieldium, based on a 6x from World of Dipians, a 5x from Kima Network, a 5x from RWA. These are significant yields being earned on a daily basis by this team. My first contract completed a while back on November 21, and I earned a total income of $168,481, of which my income off of this in a 50-50 split, $84,241. Folks, the bull run is here. All you have to do is now sit back, stake your crypto, and earn rewards. Don't forget, down in the description below are the links to the Telegram, the links to all of the socials, including Twitter, links to information and news websites sponsored by Cryptonomy.finance, and article sites for myself and several other influencers, so go check them out today. And they get cheated out of their position, and I mean, hey, look, this is what happens. So, get back in or don't. I don't know what to tell you. So anyway, also, by the way, 6.51 trillion, 5.51 trillion circulating. So things have been happening. We started to see a little bit of burn. Also, when we come down here for the volume, by the way, it's still BTCC with that enormous volume, but Binance still has a good amount of volume. And when Binance has a good amount of volume, that's a really great sign. Now, if you want to get in on some opportunity here, then go to Weeks, WEEX, because Weeks is also one that's got a good amount, only 500,000 of trading volume. But here's the thing. There's a link down in the description below. You can start trading right there. And they've agreed to a burn. So if you want to burn, go start trading on Weeks, and they will conduct their own burns, and we'll see even more burns. Speaking of burns, we're at 719 million over the last 7 days with no massive, 1.8 billion from Binance burn, because yesterday we had 200 million, and so far today we've got another 30 million, but there's been significant burn every single day in this ecosystem, not really applying too much to USTC. It's been pretty stable here. We've had a couple of pop days where we've had 100,000 or more, but generally speaking, it's still kind of light on USTC. Going to take a little bit of time. Now, in the meantime, yesterday, remember, we had an argument breaking out over the repeg for Leonardo. By the way, if you haven't already, go sign up for Terra Casino. They've got Starburst Extreme that you're able to play right now through Net Game Entertainment. They've got the cash drop going on through January 5th with Pragmatic Games for Christmas time. And then there's the World Poker League going through December 22nd. You got 12 more days. So again, sign up in the description down below. Start playing a little bit right now. Remember, there's a lot of money being won and lost in this ecosystem, millions of dollars. And by the way, I do want to stress here, if I go to the top burners and I look at the top 100 Luna Classic burners, Terra Casino comes in at number 8. Terraport.finance comes in at number 12. They've burned more than almost all of these other ones. Look at this. Terra Casino burns more than all nodes. All nodes, the biggest supplier of nodes for staking, everything like that. So let's keep going here. If you haven't already, make sure you go over to Terraport.finance, start trading, and get yourself some meme coins. Might be able to get Santa Claus, by the way, so make sure that you're checking it out today. I've got 4 more days left on my stake. Launchpad, we got an average of 97.24, so I'm going to miss this Selenium, but hey man, you're not. That's the important. So anyway, price action, I think we're going to recover very rapidly and very quickly. USTC, again, USTC is the same thing, but there's no real impulsive sort of thing where we get a lot of volume. We get a lot of volume on USTC, and then when it starts burning, it doesn't really work that way. So, oh well. As far as meme coins go, way down. I'm way down. Remember, it was like 2,100, 2,200 the other day, down to 1,580 right now. Most of that is the lunc price. These have not trailed off as much, but mathematically, they've trailed off 50% over 2 days. So, there's a lot of blood in the water, if you will. But if you're a fan of meme coins, they're going to pop. And when they do pop, something like Juris probably going to pop the most. I'm not sure which one. Terra maybe, Juris, but I mean, you should have a little bit of each one of them. So if you don't, I think you're making a mistake, but it's your mistake to make. Now, Luna Knots Validator has put up a proposal for the USTC repeg. And here's what it says. USTC gives the origin what it was. What is the objective? Restore USTC's peg, enhance chain utility, secure and transport process, community participation. We invite experienced Cosmos developers and related experts to submit detailed proposals addressing the following: technical approach, implementation timeline, cost estimate, and experience and credentials. And as you go down here, you can read more about what it is that they're looking for, what the conclusion is, what is it that is needed. These are the proposed development companies. So they're looking for somebody. This would involve paying them in lunc or USTC, because I believe the latter would make more sense sense and give them an incentive to doing a decent job. And by the way, this is, look, nobody's looking for a carrot. Nobody's looking for a carrot to be dangled, by the way. People want to get paid for their work. They don't want to gamble on some. So I'm not sure how this is going to play out. But the important part is the Lunanauts have put out a proposal, and they're now looking for something because they think maybe their proposal is going to be better than Leo's proposal, and we'll see. So interesting stuff happening here. As far as the proposal here for the Terra Classic dashboard, still 39% with with some abstain over here. Nobody's really voted yet. It looks to me like it will probably go to a yes. There's no real no's or no-to's, so people are just kind of sitting on the sideline. And if you're not voting, what are we doing about people who are not voting? I don't. There's a lot of votes out here that I don't see. Are they waiting for the last minute? Probably don't want to tip their hat because I have no idea. I couldn't even begin to describe the nerdity that it takes to ignore voting until the very end. What? You know what I mean? So I have no idea how this is going to play out, but probably should update some of our socials. All right, so while we're at it, Leonardo has a project in his ecosystem here, which is called DogeGod, and you can go check it out, oracle.dogegod.io. I'm not partnered with them. I don't have anything to do with it. I don't know, whether this is the thing for me or not. I have no idea. But if it's free, it's a meme coin. So, maybe check it out, see if you like it. I don't know. And that's it, guys. So look, very simple. The market is going to pump. We're about to, they're going to flip the switch tonight, and the Asian market is probably going to absolutely explode. The U.S. market might do it earlier today. We might just see just a massive sort of move. The one thing about the U.S. market is we're waiting for tomorrow, I think, which is why I don't think the U.S. market will do it right now, but could. But we're waiting for CPI numbers, and we're going to find out whether or not we're going to be doing some rate cuts. But here in the United States, in case you're not aware, my gas prices are $2.59 right now in my region. And I think that means that these are prices that we haven't seen since Donald Trump was in office. So shout out to Joe Biden. That's a pretty good number. And that would mean inflation is coming down because the big cost right now in the U.S. is oil and gas costs for transporting goods and services. And that's been a prohibitive factor with inflation. With gas prices coming down, then inflation prices would also subjectively come down as well. That generally is one of the biggest factors for that increase. Well, even if we don't talk about it all the time, that is one of the biggest factors. So I do think that the United States is probably in a great position right now to do some more rate cutting and continue to inject liquidity into this market. But let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think that is going to play out? I don't know for sure, but I would like to think so. But I'm curious what you think. So leave your comment down below. And remember, it's not financial advice, but I'm always right.